Okay, so after some peer pressure, I've decided that it is time for me to actually post something on YouTube about our ride to Lesotho, and in particular to Baboons Pass. This certainly does not constitute a ride report. I'm filtering through about 4.5 hours worth of footage, which I have to cut down to around 10 to 15 minutes to keep it interesting, and then also add some narration, so the creative juices really have to flow. As you can see, the terrain that I'm on is rocky and it's steep. There's a slope on the left hand side, which on occasions is pretty steep and could be termed a cliff. The bike is the 1200 GS, a 2008 model, and it is a heavy bike that when you have to maneuver it very slowly, it is difficult to maneuver. Simply the weight of it is the challenge. So the idea is to keep the bike moving as swiftly as you can. However, when it's tricky terrain like this, confidence is a thing that if you're lacking will slow you down, and then inevitably makes the bike heavy. And with that said, one can imagine that obviously when you stop, footing is an issue. So I'm pretty focused. You'll see that there are snippets here where I get very close to the cliff's edge, but I'm focused. I'm looking at what my line is, where I want to place the bike. So I'm not looking at the cliff, because quite honestly, if I look at the cliff, I'm going to go there. And watching the video afterwards, it was chilling. I did get a little bit of a chill, and the hairs on my neck stood up a bit. But nevertheless, it for me added to the adventure. In this video, towards the end, you'll see it, and I'll stop talking in a moment. But I'm leaving the footage in so that you get an idea of how tough the terrain is, but also how tired we got doing this. Being unfit certainly didn't help at all, and dehydration would be a problem later in the day. But in any case, what really happened was I noticed that one of my fellow riders had come to a stop and was negotiating his next obstacle, and I looked briefly to see where I could stop more or less. I was happy that I had found a spot and stopped, and when I stuck my foot out there, just simply was nothing there, and that's immediately when a 1200 GS throws all 200 kilograms in a particular direction, and it's not going to be the one you want it to go. So with the result is over I went, and you'll see what happens. But fortunately, I had the presence of mind that when I knew I was going over, I hit the kill switch, and the thought there was that if I were to fall and pop the clutch, the bike may just follow me. Fortunately, it didn't. Everyone that's seen the videos had a good chuckle. I hope it does it for you. It goes down in my books as a fail and not one of my proudest moments. Enjoy.
The bike's not going to fall, is it? Wrong footing. Again.
You okay?
Yeah.
Just stay in there, rest a bit, please. You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.